I'm out here at Snowbowl along the road. You can see some of this slush that we've been having in some areas, really in northwestern Montana. But are we going to see this for the rest of the winter? What is it going to be like? I've got a forecast for you back at the studio to give you a glimpse of the next few months. If you're just waking up, you might want to turn the heat on for just a couple of hours. Man, this picture just screams Montana, and it's so cool. I took a picture on my phone because when I first got into my car in the afternoon, it said 59 degrees, and I thought, no way, no way. Now, what are these things? They're basically a mix of liquid and solid matter in the air, and they always have to come from somewhere. It's been a little gray the past couple of days with our weather, so if you need a little joy coming back into your life, we have an idea for you. Have dropped just enough overnight that some of those roads with that moisture out there before they get cleared are going to be slick. Do you see this sort of low-lying cloud below the mountains there? That is called stratus, and what we've had that going on is really what our inversion is. Here's the deal with our weather. Starting for the next 3 days, we're going to see the similar pattern kind of set up here, and then we've got a pattern shift on the way. I'll show you that in just a second. I mean, Kira and I are from Houston, Texas, 49 degrees. When it gets that cold, they cancel school down there.
Exactly. Cancel everything.
So we're not alone in this. It's really going to be a two-part system for us. The snow begins later tonight. Yes, I know. We've got so many. I couldn't compile them all, but you can see just so many different totals out there. And so a lot of well, along with all the excitement of the election results, we have some exciting weather rolling in today. Here's a look at our TV mountain camera this morning. Still dark out there. You can't see those snowflakes flying yet, but they are coming to Missoula. They're already hitting Ravalli County. Here's the current radar. Let's zoom in on this a little bit so we can get a better look. You can see this is really widespread snow this morning. As we continue throughout the day, it's going to continue to spread out. A little bit further north, we're not going to see this in Missoula, St. Ignatius, Arley, those areas until a little bit later this morning, maybe around 7 a.m. In northwestern Montana, things are clear. You're not going to see a lot of this snow activity, but let me show you the timing of a little bit of this with our future track as well. This morning, again, still in Ravalli County, it is going to start to swirl this way. You'll see that motion in just a couple seconds here. By 7:30, that snow has spread out a little bit for us. You can see it's a very definite line here, not hitting this northwest corner of Montana, but for the rest of us, definitely getting some snow showers. This will continue throughout the day, but look how much we clear out tomorrow, looking much, much better. The temperatures with this storm still very cold. We've still got that wind chill, that mass of Arctic air that's keeping us cold. So we're not even reaching close to freezing in Missoula. These areas in northwestern Montana, not there. A little bit closer to freezing along the border there. In the Bitterroot, look at these temps, 32 in Darby, 30 in Sula. Now looking at our 7-day forecast here, tomorrow the sunshine returns. So today is really a big day with some snow. We're going to see it continue all day. Make sure you're wearing the right clothes this morning. You're giving yourself extra time to get out the door. But for the rest of the weekend, look at that sunshine. The weather affects so much of our daily lives, what we wear, our mood, what we do outside. So as we talk about news literacy this week on KPAX, I wanted to give you a different look at what news literacy means, or maybe weather literacy. Where does your weather information come from? Well, I'm here at the National Weather Service Station in Missoula to give you an inside look so that your understanding of where your weather information comes from doesn't fly under the radar.
Open it up. Yeah, so we've still got
local meteorologists like Jen Kitzmiller at the National Weather Service take temperature, snowfall, and other types of measurements 4 times a day.
This little board here in the snow is our snow board, and so we'll come out and measure how much snow's on that and then clear it off.
They also work inside with 2 meteorologists on the clock 24/7. This is where all the official stuff.
This is where all the forecasting action takes place. This is our operational floor.
Here on the operation floor, the meteorologists check the Doppler, weather models, and talk about what's happening in the atmosphere.
Try to, as a group, figure out how we want to message this. You know, what level of messaging are we going to do? Is it something that we really need to sound alarms?
After the Mets share their opinion of potential impacts, Lewis and I use their information as part of our forecasts.
I really see it as a partnership and an amplification where we can kind of lean on each other and help get those especially impactful messages out.
What's the one thing that you wish you could tell the general public about forecasting weather in this area?
It's so complex. You know, we have such varied terrain here, and each little valley to mountain can have huge differences on how the weather reacts.
Some of the sources of your weather information come from you, though, our viewers, especially when it comes to snow totals. But sometimes it frustrates people because they'll say, hey, at my place it was this many more inches or feet, but at this place it was different.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about how that happens.
Yeah, I mean, that speaks back to the complexity of the terrain, and even just here in the Missoula Valley, how much those snowfall totals can vary, can be pretty large.
So to be weather literate or help stop the spread of misinformation, Jen recommends reviewing your sources.
If you can't identify a source, that maybe you take it with a grain of salt, or at least be cautious with how you use it.
Our Storm Tracker weather app gets information from the same source where we create our graphics, weather model radar stations that are just like the ones you're seeing here.
Weather doesn't quite always work the way of what you would maybe expect it to do.
We've got some snow coming in. Here's a look at. But whether the source is us, the National Weather Service, or a combination of the two, forecasting changing weather matters to us because it matters to you. Now, Jen mentioned anytime you have questions, you can call it the National Weather Service, but you can always reach out to us on our Storm Tracker weather app at KPAX. We want to help you know where your weather information is coming from. In Missoula, Dani Hallows, MTN News. Today is the day we're getting some good snowfall coming down in northwestern Montana, but let me talk about what's causing this storm, what's going to impact whether or not we see snow come down in those valleys. First thing is timing. That snow's going to hit northwestern Montana first, then move its way down. If it gets there, it'll be because of temperatures. If we're cold enough, could see that snow in the valleys. If we're not, we'll see that rain-snow mix. And if you're in those mountain areas, those elevations are going to affect this winter storm. So I'm going to show you all of these three things now so you know what's going on. Here's the timing of this storm. We're really seeing the action already this morning. It's moved in overnight. In the valleys, you can see that little bit of green there from about the Mission Valley all the way down to Hamilton. That's just rain, but it does look like we could see some snow come down then. This is really not going to move a whole lot by 7:30 a.m. Northwestern Montana really getting that. And then by about noon, if you're north of I-90, really north of the Mission Valley, that's where you might see that snow continue throughout the day. The rest of us, it's going to clear up a little bit. Then comes tomorrow. See that on the left side over here? We've got maybe some more stuff coming to us, but it looks like we'll get a little bit of a break on Thursday throughout the day. Here's these temperatures, that second factor. With the wind chill, we're going to be a little chilly this morning, so it's a good day to bundle up. Here's what it looks like 7:30 a.m. If you're getting kids out the door to school, look at those teens. So 17 in Kalispell, 13 in Hamilton. As we go throughout the day, it's still going to feel really cold out there. So make sure you're ready, got that winter coat on for you. And then even into Thursday, seeing some of those cold temperatures. Now, here is that third factor, the elevations. If you're above about 4,000 feet, you're likely going to see that snow accumulate, especially Mariah's Pass, Lookout, and Lolo. Those are the areas that those roadways are going to be slick. They're going to be wet. Something to be careful of if you're commuting around those highways and interstates this morning. Missoula, 42 degrees as your high today. There's that break, a little bit of break from this rain-snow mix on Thursday, but it's coming right back over the weekend. Kalispell, 37 degrees today. Really not too warm today or tomorrow. And then look, more chances for snow and rain. Hamilton and in the Bitterroot, you're really only going to see the action from this right about the 5 a.m. hour this morning until about 7:30. Then it's going to clear out for you. And tomorrow, 37 degrees.
Storm Tracker weather starts now with Dani Hallows.
Well, we are just about to the weekend. It is Friday. Glory, hallelujah, right? We're going to stay mostly sunny out there. It's going to look really nice this weekend. I know we got the Super Bowl. Maybe you have some Valentine's plans. It's just going to be a great weekend to get outside. We're going to stay on the warmer side. That being said, we're still in the 30s, low 40s, but it's warmer for western Montana. We'll say that. On Sunday, we could get a little bit of clearer skies too. Maybe some cloudiness though for us on Saturday. Next week, it's looking like we can maybe see some winter weather as we start the week. I'll show you that with a 7-day forecast in just a second. Here's kind of a look at our weather patterns though for the weekend. We're still kind of seeing this trend with the off and on sort of winter weather, wet weather here. So let me show you what we got going on. A little bit of high pressure going into the weekend. We do have a bit of a low on Saturday, so there is just a slight chance Saturday. We're talking about 10 to 20 for maybe some scattered flurries, snow showers, but nothing too severe. You can see this low kind of split. The deeper wet weather is going to go this way. We're going to stay a little bit drier, I think. Now let me take it into next week. This low starts to move this way by Sunday. You can see a little bit of high pressure maybe moving into us. Look what happens Monday and Tuesday. That really high pressure doesn't really get to us. This deep low pressure trough here, you can see how some colder air is going to go right over Montana, and we're right in the dip of that trough. So that means that we're going to see some wet weather potentially Monday, Tuesday, and it will bring with it a little bit of a cold front as well. So we're going to stay in these nice temperatures for the weekend. Then we get just a slight drop, but that's right around normal. So I think this cold front shouldn't impact us too much. Now, I know some of us have Valentine plans this weekend. If you've got them this weekend, great. If you have them for maybe Tuesday, you might want to rethink and enjoy them this weekend, because it's looking like we're definitely going to see some snow Tuesday, about 31 degrees. Now I'll show you those 7-day forecasts so you can see what I mean. Look at the weekend here. So beautiful in Missoula. Some clear skies, partly cloudy skies, a little bit of a mix before that winter weather rolls in on Monday. Now let's look at Kalispell. 37 degrees today for your high. Little bit cloudier for you Saturday and Sunday, and then a higher chance for that snow Monday, Tuesday when it rolls in. Hamilton, look at that. Some sunshine for you today. 41 degrees. A really nice weekend is ahead.